That ain't John, Paul, George, and Ringo. No, that's Jimmy, Robert, JPJ, and Bonzo. And at this time in 1975, they had 6 albums in the top 100 albums charts. Can you imagine that? Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin 3, Led Zeppelin 4, Houses of the Holy, and Physical Graffiti. Well, we got a lot to talk about in this Flashback Friday. Don't go away! Well, hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. And here we are, we have another Flashback Friday. I mean, it seems like we just did one last week. Haha. So guys, we got a lot to cover. This was a busy day. March 29th. And again, Led Zeppelin had 6 albums on the album charts at this time in 1975. There's all of their albums. That is just monstrous, enormous. Cashola. Rock and rolla. Alright guys, don't forget that if you want a request on our Flashback Friday, look us up on Twitter or Instagram and leave us a comment or message saying which song or band you would like to have on our Flashback Friday show. And if you have an operating channel, we'll give you a shout out. Alright guys, let's get on to rock and roll. Okay, as if the Led Zeppelin 6 albums on the albums chart wasn't enough, also on this day in rock and roll history in 1980, this is AC/DC's first album with Brian Johnson. He had replaced the late Bon Scott, who had passed away in February of that year. So that's pretty quick, you imagine. Bon Scott passed away in February, and then in July they released Back in Black. That album also went on to be ranked the 5th best-selling album of all time. Wow, that's a monster. Moving on, at this day in 1973, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show got their faces on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Well, sorta. It was actually a drawing, a cartoon of them. So it's kind of a cheap shot, I thought, of Rolling Stone. I remember when that came out. I thought, can't you just put a photo of them out there just screaming for it? They want their faces on the cover of the Rolling Stone. If you guys aren't familiar with Dr. Hook, they had quite a number of hits, really good stuff, and they were such a ragtag band. Check out the video, of course. All the videos are going to be in the description of all the stuff that we talk about here, guys. So make sure you check out the description. We're going to have some tasty stuff from Zeppelin, of course. Also AC/DC, Back in Black, and Dr. Hook and the Medicine cover of the Rolling Stone. And to top it off, this song peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And on this date in 1986, Falco released Rock Me Amadeus. Rock Me Amadeus became the first German song to ever become a number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100. Now, if you folks remember back in 1986, or it was 1984, I believe, that the movie Amadeus was released. And I believe this song was a bit of an offshoot of that movie. But it was a great movie, kind of long, but really good movie. And of course, that is about Amadeus Wolfgang Mozart. So don't forget, guys, look for Falco and Rock Me Amadeus in the description. And that does it for this enormous Flashback Friday. This was huge, big stuff going on. Alright guys, check us out on next Flashback Friday. We have cool stuff. And Les Beans will be with us again soon. And he's going to bring you a heavy metal Flashback Friday. So for you metalheads, don't worry, we're not going to ignore you. We have stuff for you too. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining us. And we'll see you next video.